Ladies and gentlemen, fillies and gentlecolts, the time has come for Super Nintendo Game Boy's second annual 100th video Q&A Extra Super Special Spectacular! Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the Super Nintendo Game Boy, with my second Q&A session. It seems to be a tradition where every 100 videos I will end up doing a Q&A session. Since I'm at 200, I'm going to do another one because I want to. So first off, I would like to thank everyone who asked the questions. And we have a total of 14 comments. Yeah, I'm not very popular. But at least I got enough questions for the Q&A to go by as decent. Like, not that I'm saying that it's not bad because there's not a lot of questions. I certainly would have enjoyed a lot more questions, but I'm fine with what I have. So without further ado, let's get started. First question comes from BladeFire30, and he says, if someone said that you would get 1,000 subscribers if you left 5th Gen comms, what would you do it? Well, for those of you who don't know or have been probably living under a rock and decided to subscribe to me for some unknown reason, 5th Gen Comms is a collab channel that me, BladeFire30, and RaidC Playthroughs, known also as Curse Wrangler, have started where we do LPs on games. We're currently doing Sonic Generations commentary, and there's also going to be a Kirby's Dream Land 2 commentary. Guess who's recorded the footage for that one? It's not me. I'm kidding. So yeah, it's pretty much a collab channel that BladeFire came up with. So yeah, if you like gameplay videos and you want to hear my voice over them, so just click the link and watch that. Anyway, would I leave 5th Gen for 1,000 subscribers? Yes, only if I can go back to 5th Gen after I got the subscribers. You didn't say I had to leave 5th Gen forever. What if I decided to come back after I got those subscribers? Then what would you say? Like, I know, I'm pretty much just turned that question around. Even if I didn't have the choice to do that, I would say no. Because I like doing commentary, in addition to Mario Paints. So, thanks, I hope that answers your question. Next question comes from Game Boy Genius, and he says, will you be crying in 5 days when everyone is forced to use YouTube's new channel design? Obviously you can tell how old that comment is, because it was a couple days before the YouTube channel design was made permanent. So, I'll answer it now. Yes, I do not like the channel design. I hate it. I hate the channel design. I want my old channel design back. Why did Google think it was a good idea to switch to the new channel design? I missed the background that Yoshi Pocket made for me. He made me another one, but the old one is just more awesome. By about 20% or so, I don't know. I'm not good with numbers. Or am I? But I'm pretty sure everyone else here hates the new YouTube channel design. You're probably used to it, but I still don't like it. Anyway, thanks for the question. Next question comes from Mario7, Mario3, a member of the Mario Paint community, asking, when will you use volume control? Well, the way I see it is that the rate I was going when I was making Mario Paints, at least before I started doubling my speed so that way I could add more echoey effects to it, I'll see where it goes. Even though, like, doubling the speed makes almost no difference since I'm still using the Kirby style that I've adapted to my Mario Paints. So I highly doubt volume control will be needed, but when I feel the need to use it in some parts of the song where I feel it's necessary to use it, then there will be volume control. So thanks for the question, Mario M7M3. Check out this guy's channel, or girl's channel. Anyone in the Mario Paint community is always good. Someone's even better than I am. So, next question comes from Liliam. Okay, pretty much just asked the same question. Only it says, when will you use dynamics? Which is pretty much identical to volume control. So, but however, he asked another question saying, also, why are you such a troll? You blocked Balloon. How could you do that? I mean, how could you? That's despicable. Wow. I had a perfectly good reason for why I did that. Okay, in my Save Derpy video, he made a comment saying, F you derpy fanboys, get a life. And since I do not take kindly to trolls who use foul language on my videos, I block them. I unblocked them after, because now we have an understanding. So, there. I hope that answers your question. Next question comes from Raids G Playthroughs, aka Curse Wrangler. And he actually has possibly one of the best questions of the show. I mean, in the session. First one he asked is, how long in your life have you been involved in music? Well, where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? I guess I'll begin right now, I guess. When I was 7, I took piano lessons. And I stopped around 14 when my parents could no longer afford it. However, after I stopped doing piano lessons, I was teaching myself how to play songs that I heard based off of ear, because that's how I developed my perfect pitch skills, which I used in my Mario paints. And the reason for my being involved in music is because, well, practically everyone on my dad's side of the family has a career related in music. And I mean it. My dad's a singer in a band. I have 2 uncles that are DJs, and I have an aunt who writes poetry. Okay, that's technically not music, but it's a form of art. And so is music. Music is also a form of art. So that's technically counts. Alright, so next question he asked is, if so, have you ever tried starting a or have been part of a band of any kind? I have been in a few bands, I guess you could say. I haven't been in a legit band. I'm not in a legit band, but my dad is in a band. As I mentioned before, he is a singer, and he's in a band. And I have occasionally played some piano songs in his band for him, if they asked me to. Well, so yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of my story of being in bands or whatever. Sorry if I zoned out for a moment. Thanks for the question, Daniel. Whoops, I just revealed his real name. Oh well. So, next question comes from Mr. Carzy Lego Guy. Why did you make your name so complicated? Okay. This guy is also a member in the Mario Paint community, as is Lillingham. So, the question Crazy Lego Guy asks is, do you make all your NPCs by ear? Yes. Yes, I do. I have perfect pitch, so that's why my Mario paints are never inaccurate. They are usually 100% accurate. Wait, what do I mean usually? They're always 100% accurate, because that's my perfect pitch. And next question he asked is, have you ever played Mega Man? Yes. Yes, I have played Mega Man games. I like Mega Man games. I'm not personally a fan of Mega Man. I do like Mega Man, but I'm not a die-hard fan. And I'm certainly not one of the fans who are raging about Mega Man's appearance in Street Fighter X Tekken, which I thought that was actually hilarious. That they used bad box art Mega Man instead of the classic Mega Man. The fans should have been more specific, because they asked for Mega Man, not Rockman. But still, I think the rate Capcom is going in terms of treating Mega Man, I don't think that they're giving the Blue Bomber a break. They canceled Mega Man Legends 3, but at least he's in Street Fighter X Tekken, but not in the way the fans had imagined him to be. So from what I assume, it seems that Mega Man is probably not going to be made. There probably aren't going to be any future Mega Man games. But I do enjoy the Mega Man games, especially I do enjoy the classic Mega Man games. I played a bit of the Battle Network series. I guess you could say that's so kind of what introduced me to the games. And the reason for that was because I was on the show called Video and Arcade Top 10 when I was younger, and it aired on YTV. If any of you watching this are Canadian, you know what I'm talking about. I was on the show at one point, played Incredibles for the Game Boy Advance. I did awful at that game. I ended up coming in 3rd place. And since some of my family was in the audience, they got door prizes that some of the other contenders that did much better than me got. One of which was Mega Man Battle Network. And that's what introduced me to the series. I prefer the classic series ever than the Battle Network games. Especially when you figure out which Robot Master you're supposed to go for first. Then it goes easy from there, but still the levels can be very challenging. and I mean challenging. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And the next one comes from Balloon303. Even though I blocked him, he has an alternate account which he used to find me and get this video. And I mean, ask the question, saying, My Little Pony is a terrible show. That is not a question, Balloon. You fail at asking questions. So then he replied saying, How do you feel about My Little Pony actually being a terrible show? Oh, silly Balloon. That's not how you spell awesome. You misspelled awesome. I think you need to work on your spelling skills. I love the show. Thanks for asking. It's an awesome show. The animation is very top-notch. It's awesome, as I already said. The story is pretty good. Oh, who am I kidding? The show's awesome, and I know it. It's awesome, and you guys know it. So yeah, I hope that answers your great question, Balloon. So, the next question comes from Yoshi Pocket. And he is the guy who designed my channel background, in case you wanted to figure that out. And he asks, what is your favorite Kirby game? My favorite Kirby game would have to be Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Why that game? Well, because I like Kirby 64 for what it is. It's kind of Kirby's first 3D game, but not really. It's still a 2D side-scroller, but the camera shifts to make it 3D-like, and that's what I like about the game. Not to mention that you can merge two different copy abilities into one awesomer copy ability. That's one thing I wish they would have brought back in Return to Dreamland. But that game is fun, but it's just some elements in 64 would have been a lot better in Return to Dreamland, and it would have made Return to Dreamland a much better game. But nonetheless, Kirby 64 is my favorite Kirby game. And he also asks an Annoying Orange question, even though I have not made Annoying Orange. I do love Annoying Orange, by the way. I'm subscribed to the channel, and I can't wait for the show to come out. Okay, so Yoshi Pocket asks, is Marshmallow a boy or a girl? I think he's asking me if I think Marshmallow's a boy or a girl. If you've watched the Theme Song Attack episode, and you've heard Marshmallow's theme song, it clearly says that one of the lyrics is, he's so cute, which means Marshmallow is a boy, ladies and gentlemen. Conflict resolved. I hope that answers your question, Pocket. The third last question comes from The Weird Ice. And he asks, is there a game other than Rhythm Heaven or Kirby? Which soundtrack you just love? Personally, I prefer Mother 3's. I can't say I'm on the same page with Mother 3. I'm not really much into RPGs. I am starting to get a bit into some RPGs, but that isn't about my opinion on RPGs. It's about my opinion on soundtracks. I do like the Rhythm Heaven and Kirby soundtrack, but if I had to choose between one or the other, I would say... Actually, you know what? It's kind of hard to choose. On one hand, like, they do make the Rhythm Heaven music to go great with the minigames, especially when they make it so that some parts of the song itself go with the actions that you're supposed to do in the game. But then again, Kirby music does that for cutscenes. Although the Kirby music is always hyper and active and fun. So that's what I like about Kirby music. And the fact that I like about Rhythm Heaven music is that the soundtrack is always amazing. The games are fun, despite its weirdness. And I guess that's it. I'm just zoning out today. But out of them, I do like the Kirby soundtrack more than Rhythm Heaven soundtrack. So yeah, that's my answer. Second last question comes from Rami TV, saying, I asked you about a request for the song Beat Us Blues from Super Meat Boy. You said you'd do it after you finished current projects. When do you think that'll be? That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure when it'll be done. I mean, I am working on the Super Smash Bros. Medley right now, so it might take a while to get to your project. Not to mention, I have to do True Iron Blue Intention from Castlevania Bloodlines due to a bet that I lost in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I've also gotten a request to do, I also have a few unfinished projects that I haven't done, in case you haven't seen my unfinished projects video. Not to mention a few other requests to do Comp Free from Minecraft, which gives me an excuse to finally use the piano sound font. And a couple Toho songs. So it'll probably be a while, and I mean a while, till I get to Beatus Blues from Super Meat Boy. So you probably just have to wait. I don't want to put any deadlines on my projects. I work on them at my own pace, and I get them done when I get them done. And when I get them done, they always turn out the same way. Awesome. So that's the end of your question. And the last question comes from the Lightspeed Dash, and he asks, when did you become a Sonic fan, and what was your first game? Well, first off, the Lightspeed Dash, he is kind of a friend of a new commentator of mine, named Shadow Soul. I forgot his YouTube name. But he stumbled upon 5th Gen Sonic Generations commentary, liked it, somehow found us on Skype, and we ended up doing a huge Colossal Comms version of Sonic Generations playthrough on one of his channels. The first part is currently uploaded, even though there's like 4 of us. It gets better by part 3, where more people get added, hence the term Colossal Comms. But anyways, Lightspeed Dash, a friend of Jesse's, asks, oh yeah, that's right, I already asked a question. So to answer your question, LSD, I guess I first became a Sonic fan. It's kind of hard to say. I guess I'll say that when I first saw Sonic, I was on a cruise ship, and I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in the arcade. I wasn't very good at it. I assumed it was like Mario, but other than that, I almost had no idea what I was doing at the time. So, and also I watched The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And that got me more into playing the games itself. I think the show is what got me into the games, rather than the games getting me into the games. So my first, and wow, I guess I realized I just answered both your questions in one answer, because my first Sonic game was technically Sonic 2. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, LSD. And that is actually it for the Q&A response questions. Thank you all so much for asking me these questions. I read each and every one of them, and I answered them all like I said I would. So I hope you enjoyed watching this Q&A, and hope you got the answers you were hoping for. If not, then well, that's just too bad. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stoodles!